You know, so many people consider Lonzo Ball as a bust just after 2 seasons as the number 2 overall pick.
He's a bust because this is not number
bust. I have got to see better from Lonzo Ball.
Well, he has clearly proved those people wrong. And in this video, we'll be explaining why he proved those people wrong and how his career will pan out, and see if he'll make any All-Star teams or All-NBA teams, if any at all in the first place. So, let's look at Lonzo. He had tons of hype coming into the league. No one can ever match that hype, right? No one can ever live up to that hype. Everything lined up for him to fall off a huge cliff. No one called him a good player. Well, yeah, he was drafted as a Laker, and then we got to meet LeVar Ball. LeVar made things so hard for Lonzo. I mean, I know everyone says, oh, he's a good dad. He helped his son learn the game. I mean, as a dad, isn't that sort of like your responsibility? More like something like a good dad? Because LeVar was one of the biggest reasons why Lonzo failed. But still, the hype was huge. Like, absolutely huge. I mean, the Summer League completely sold out just to watch Lonzo play. That's how much hype he had coming into the league. His passes were amazing.
You look to your right, there's some jerseys hanging on that wall. We expect a Ball jersey hanging up there one day, all right?
And Magic called him the face of the Lakers, right? Okay, let's look at the face of the Lakers going back for a sec, right? So we have LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Jerry West. The kid was 19 years old, and he was told to become one of the greatest players of all time, or else he's a failure. And I mean, yeah, anyone would fail under those circumstances. Let's look at Lonzo without that hype. He was a 5-star recruit. He averaged 15 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, and he was efficient too. He had 55% from the field, 41% from 3. And he was the first D1 league player since 1993 to make 70% of his 2s and 40% of his 3s. That is elite. And he's also an above average defender. A lot of his passes reminded a lot of people about Magic Johnson. So, yeah, he was really, really, really good. And on the Lakers, though, let's say things weren't going as hoped. 10 points, 6 assists, and 6 boards. So, yeah, they were rounded, but 38% from the field, 31% from 3, and 44% from the free throw line. That is absolutely garbage. Garbage, actually. But again, I don't blame him. I blame everyone around him. A living legend called him the face of his franchise. His own father was a big disturbance for him, and with every missed shot, people called him a bust. That was on the court. Off the court, Big Baller Brand failed completely. I mean, the shoes were so horrible that he had to change them at halftime because they ripped, and his dad was sucking money from him for a failing business. He's going broke. He had to sue a family friend because he embezzled money from him. That's a lot to handle at 19 years old. And just as bad as all that was his health. He played 99 games in 2 years for the Lakers. But all that is still completely impossible for a player like Lonzo. I mean, what's really impressed me is his maturity off the court. I'm surprised that he can take a huge beating from the media, from everyone around him, and just keep his head down and focus on the game and concentrate. So, for as all bad as that was, thank goodness he was traded. It's the best thing for his career so far, Lonzo being in New Orleans. Obviously, the Lakers got Anthony Davis for Lonzo, Josh Hart, and Ingram, and Lonzo needed a fresh start the most. You could argue that Ingram is a max-type player now, he's a franchise-type player, but Lonzo's game has been helped out the most. Lonzo has been elite on New Orleans. His shooting percentages have gone up across the boards, and he's at 38% from 3. That's awesome. And he is definitely a legit three-point shooter now. Fixing his shot has been a very big help for him. The Pelicans have a shooting coach named Fred Vinson, and Lonzo said without Fred Vinson, he wouldn't be where he is today with that shot. And yeah, Lonzo has been elite. There are only 5 players averaging 12.7 assists and 6 rebounds, and that's James Harden, LeBron James, Luka Doncic, Ben Simmons, and Lonzo. Yes, New Orleans has been completely elite. But the best thing for Lonzo is his connection with Zion Williamson. The connection was immediate. It's almost like atoms sticking together, because these guys know what it's like to be in the spotlight. Very few humans know that, but these guys can relate. And another thing that Lonzo helps out Zion is the spotlight. That's a big thing that Lonzo got out of. These guys are elite together. They have the fifth best net rating in literally close to 25 games together. They're already elite with only 25 games together. The only duos with more assists are John Collins, Trae Young, and LeBron and AD. So yeah, they are really elite. And Lonzo is an above-average defender too, and we all know that. So he's a very, very good player with Zion Williamson. Those guys can propel New Orleans to an amazing season. And now let's look at Lonzo Ball. Let's see how many MVPs and things he'll make. I think he'll make 2 All-NBA teams, 4 All-Star teams, and 1 All-Defensive team. And I know people are going to get mad at me when I said he's going to make 2 All-NBA teams. Trust me, I think he will make 2 All-NBA teams. To be an All-NBA player, you have to be at least one of the top 6 backcourt players. And Lonzo's 22. So let's look at the backcourt players 23 and under. So it's Luka Doncic, Trae Young, Jamal Murray, D'Angelo Russell, Devin Booker, John Morant, De'Aaron Fox, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Donovan Mitchell, Ben Simmons, and Lonzo. And Lonzo has to be better than at least 6 of those guys? Yeah, I can see him doing it about twice in at least 10 years, right? If he plays at least 10 more years, I can see him doing it easily. Because, trust me, Lonzo is a good player. He's passing to Zion, he's setting up Zion, he's making his team get success. That sort of is what you're supposed to do as a player, right? I mean, what else more can you ask for? That's why I'm pretty sure Zion can make those All-NBA teams. And obviously, if he can make All-NBA teams, he can make All-Star teams. And his stats. I don't think his stats will get better that much, but hopefully he'll be averaging around like 22 points a game and like 10 assists. Hopefully one season for multiple seasons, he'll be averaging double-doubles. At least 22 points and 10 assists and 6 boards. I'm expecting that from Lonzo going forth. A big reason why I have faith in Lonzo is his maturity off the court. And the Pelicans have a nice core to build around. Lonzo, Ingram, Zion. That is elite. Imagine what they'll be like about 5+ years from now. I mean, the Pelicans have a young core with not only skill, but maturity as well. And that's not something you get from young players. They have David Griffin, who's a respectable team leader, and Alvin Gentry isn't going to be there for long as a coach, but for now he builds a good relationship with players and creates a nice atmosphere. So for Lonzo, I'm pretty sure that he can make an All-NBA team at least twice. And the career I showed for Lonzo, that is an amazing career in the NBA. He has been the backbone for one of the greatest superstars ever in Zion Williamson. And that is an amazing legacy for Lonzo. So don't get wrong, Lonzo is not a bust. Don't get cross. I know people are going to argue with me, but come on, man. Lonzo has really proved all those people that called him a bust wrong. And I'm pretty sure he's happy about that too. Support the channel, guys, and of course, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications. It really helps out the channel, right? And also, of course, you cannot forget this. If you watch any of my videos, please like. Thank you.
I got in Atlanta, just at the lean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van. Legacy.